Yippee-ki-yay movie lovers, I'm Jan, and today we're taking a deep dive into the ending of Season 5 Part 1 to explain the daddy of all get-togethers, what the hell Michael's really up to, whether a demon can actually get a soul, plus predictions and theories for Part 2 and Season 6. Just before we begin, many thanks to the sponsor of this video, Raid Shadow Legends. We will of course be talking spoilers, so take care if you're not all caught up. Michael's elaborate plan to ruin his brother's life appears to be working by the end of Part 1. He's not only turned Maze against Lucifer, but he's triggered Amenadiel's fears to spiral out of control, causing time to freeze. And as the battle between Team Lucifer and Team Michael comes to a head, in the very final moments of the Part 1 finale, God arrives to intervene.
That's enough!
Children, you know I hate it when you fight.
Luci fans have been wondering when God would finally turn up on the show, and given the first episode of the second part of Season 5 is called Family Dinner, we can expect to see some interesting family dynamics between God, Lucifer, Michael and Amenadiel, and perhaps Lucifer's other siblings, Remy and Azrael, will also make an appearance. Lucifer's family reunion in the next episode is bound to relate back to the moment in Season 5's first episode when Luci takes Lee to see his parents' house where they're celebrating his sister's baby shower. Lee says he can't go in to see them because he's ashamed of what they think of him, and Lucifer proceeds to berate him.
Sooner or later, you are going to disappoint them all over again. And so you'd rather stay away for all eternity.
As Lee points out, and Lucifer soon realises, this situation isn't just about Lee. In fact, it reveals Luci's feelings about how he relates to his own family.
Wait, this isn't just about me, is it? Whose hell is this anyway?
With Lucifer's dad arriving on the scene, Lucifer will finally have to confront his own feelings of shame towards his celestial family. It'll be interesting to see if he continues to feel guilty for his rebellion or if he can rejoin his family. Although Lucifer previously said in Season 4 that he was lying to himself about God manipulating everything in his life, faced with his father now, will any of these old feelings resurface?
If you mean his plan to continually manipulate and control me, then agreed.
Also, will Lucifer confront God over his mother's claims that God wanted to destroy Luci after the rebellion?
I asked him to send you to hell instead.
And if the goddess was manipulating Lucifer about that, it'll be intriguing to hear God's version of events. After all, in the alternate universe bonus episode, God said that a parent just wants what's best for their child. But of course, Michael will be at the family reunion too, and we know from Amenadiel that Michael has positioned himself as God's only trusted advisor, to the point that no other being in heaven can speak to God.
He is stronger than you think, Luci. Michael's become untouchable in the Silver City.
So what is Michael's grand plan, and what's he really up to? Well, when Michael explained to Maze why he came to Earth, he said he was annoyed at the praise Lucifer was getting from all the other angels after he returned to hell voluntarily.
Then Raphael starts going off about how Lucifer's grown, and then pretty soon all I hear is Lucifer, Lucifer, Lucifer.
Michael's jealous that Luci is getting kudos for doing what he views as the bare minimum, fulfilling his basic role, something he'd previously been shirking. Michael also appears to be threatened by his twin brother's growing maturity and ability to sacrifice his own happiness in LA in order to save those he cares for and do his duty as ruler of hell. If God believes that Lucifer has redeemed himself for his rebellion, then Michael's favoured position in heaven sitting at God's right hand may be in danger. Because of his inferiority complex in relation to his twin, Michael has been constantly plotting to have Lucifer make decisions that will make him look unworthy in God's eyes, all the while raising his own status in the Silver City. As Amenadiel pointed out,
You're terrified that Lucifer is better than you, that he'll always be better than you.
According to Michael, he claims he's been secretly planting ideas in Lucifer's mind, from starting an uprising against God to his antics in the Garden of Eden. Michael even says he was responsible for giving Luci the idea to abandon his responsibilities in hell to come to Los Angeles. Of course, given Michael's tendency to tell lies, it's possible that his claims of controlling Lucifer's actions are actually false, and that what he's really doing by telling his brother that he's been playing him all this time is preying on Luci's fears. Because if there's one thing we know about Lucifer, it's that he does not like to feel that he's being manipulated. Another part of Michael's plan has been to exploit Chloe's fears around her relationship with Lucifer. After Michael abducts Chloe, he exposes her concern that Lucifer hasn't said the exact words "I love you" to her, something that begins to prey on her mind, in particular given that earlier Ella was raving about Pete's "I love meatloaf" line.
How long did it take Lucifer to say I love you?
Michael also tries to worry Chloe about Lucifer's newfound invincibility when he's with her.
Him choosing to be vulnerable around you, it actually meant something, because you do know that we angels, we self-actualize, right?
So when Chloe's reunited with Lucifer, she wonders whether subconsciously he's pushing her away, and if his new invulnerability around her means he's choosing not to be vulnerable with her. Now, Michael has obviously amplified Chloe's fear, but I think it's evident that Lucifer does love her because he finally attempts to tell her how he feels.
No, it's Chloe.
Luci may have been cut off by a Menadil accidentally freezing time, but the crucial point to note here is that Lucifer used Chloe's real name rather than detective, because although he rarely uses her true name, when he does it signals his true feelings towards her.
My first love was never Eve. It was you, Chloe.
On top of that, Lucifer was desperate to find Chloe when she disappeared in the final episode, making it clear that he does love her deeply. Now, I've got a lot more details to discuss about Lucifer's newfound invulnerability and the weird mojo swapping going on between him and Chloe. That's all in a separate video, and I'll add a card here and a link in the video description as soon as it's ready. When it comes to Maze, she's been through a rough time so far in Season 5, leading her to switch allegiance from Team Lucifer to Team Michael, after he promises he'll get her the soul she's been longing for. At the start of the 5th season, she's already mad at Lucifer for going down to hell without her, and adding to her abandonment issues are Chloe, who splits up their detective partnership, Eve, who left her at the end of Season 4, and then her mother Lilith, who dies a few days after she sees her again and before Maze can really tell her how she feels. Maze believes her lack of a soul is responsible for her loneliness and blames Lilith for that.
It was her stupid idea to have soulless offspring, making it her stupid fault that I am doomed to be alone forever.
And when she asks Lucifer if he's heard of a demon getting a soul, he enrages her with his dismissive attitude, even after she points out that nobody heard of the devil falling in love before, or of an angel and a human having a baby together.
There's a first for everything, right?
Oh, that's different. We're angels. You're just a demon.
The topic of Maze and demons not having a soul has come up previously, in particular in the Maze-focused episode Mr. and Mrs. MAZIKEEN Smith.
When I die, that's it. Maze out.
This season, presenting himself as a friend to Maze, Michael offers her a soul, which is what she thinks she wants. Although given his tendency for lying and manipulating, that's likely to turn out to be a ruse of sorts. Instead, what I think could be important to resolving Maze's existential dilemma is Lucifer's ring, which her mother Lilith gave him and which Maze was staring at in the final episode. We learned in the Noir episode that Lilith gave up her immortality when she blew what looked like perhaps her own soul or essence into the ring. The ring also contains a stone from the Garden of Eden, and so I think it could play a part in Maze acquiring a soul or something else that will make her feel complete. After all, as Amenadiel told her,
I don't know if a soul is what you need to feel whole, but I do know this. If anyone is going to find what they're looking for, it's you, MAZIKEEN.
Perhaps just like Lucifer and Amenadiel, we'll learn that Maze has the ability to self-actualize, and with the help of her mother's ring, she will come to believe that she isn't just a soulless demon after all. Like Dorothy with her shoes in The Wizard of Oz, Maze has always had the power, she just had to learn it for herself. A big reveal at the end of Season 5 is that Amenadiel and Linda's baby boy Charlie appears to be mortal and not half angel, as everyone had previously assumed in Season 4. This could somehow be a trick by Michael, but Charlie does get frozen in time together with all the other humans in the finale. And he also got a fever which turned out to be a cold, something that in theory shouldn't happen to a part celestial. Charlie being an ordinary human does tie in with a little running gag throughout the 5th season about the baby's parents being over-optimistic about the extent of his abilities. Linda, for example, has arranged everything from Japanese language classes to art appreciation events for the 2-month-old baby, and she's convinced he can even identify elements on the periodic table. And Amenadiel tells Dan he thought Charlie had some kind of super strength, but then discovered he couldn't even hold up his rattle. This could all tie back to Lucifer's theory in season 4 that explained how Amenadiel had been able to conceive a child with Linda in the first place.
When you lost your wings, you became as mortal as it gets. Maybe you became more human than you realized.
Perhaps Amenadiel was so human when Charlie was conceived that the baby never inherited any of his father's celestial powers. But there could be something else at play when it comes to Charlie's human versus celestial nature, and it relates to an intriguing incident in season 3. In the episode all about her, Amenadiel visits the doctor after getting some cold and flu-like symptoms. Amenadiel says he's never had a human illness, but then the doctor tells him he has chlamydia. Later on, he discovers the diagnosis was a false positive. The reason for the test results coming back wrong was never really explained, but it seems reasonable to think it's something to do with him being an angel and not human. And I think something similar happened to Charlie when he ran a fever which the doctor diagnosed as a normal human cold. Something about his half angel, half human nature is likely at the root of it, and I expect we'll get an explanation in the second half of season 5. Now, there are another 8 episodes still to come in the second part of season 5, and there's a 6th and final season after that, and I'll be going in depth with more theories for those in an upcoming video. Season 5 was originally expected to be the end of the show, which means that the 16th episode would have wrapped up all of the series' character arcs in a montage of sorts. What's going to happen instead now is that the 6th season will dive deeper into each character's ending. According to Amy Garcia, who plays Ella, we may be getting a full episode for each character in the final season to see in detail where each of them ends up. The ending then will still be the same as the original ending for season 5, but it will just be extended over a full season. And while we wait for what we hope will be an awesome final 1.5 seasons of Lucifer, why not check out the epic fantasy world of Raid Shadow Legends? If you're like me, you've probably heard about the game already, but may not have gotten round to giving it a try yet. Well, it's one of the most immersive gaming experiences you can find for your mobile device and PC, with a dark fantasy feel and stunningly rendered 3D characters, and on top of that, it's completely free to play. There are hundreds of champions to choose from and tons of artifacts to hunt for to customize and make your own unique band of heroes. The dungeon boss battles in the game are spectacular, and as you try out different champion and warrior combos, you'll soon learn their strengths and weaknesses. The best way I've found to upgrade your warriors is through farming the campaign to gain new rewards so you can quickly level up. And if you're into PvP, the arena is a great place where you can test your champions against any of the 1 million+ players from around the world. There are also huge weekly rewards for winning the arena battles and bonuses for climbing the tiers. On top of that, right now Raid are hard at work adding loads of new updates to the game, such as Champion Fragments, which lets you summon awesome champions like Hordin. There's also a new bazaar where you can acquire high value items with the gold bars you win in the tag arena. And the game just extended the rewards you get for daily logins to an amazing 270 days. You'll even be able to get entire new champions for free just by logging in. So don't miss out on a very special offer we've got for all new players. Click on the special links in the video description to get an incredible 200,000 silver and this totally badass champion Grinner from the Undead Hordes completely free. After you've installed the game, you'll find the rewards in your inbox here. Don't forget, you can only get these bonuses by clicking on the links below. The offer runs for the next 30 days only, so don't delay and install Raid Shadow Legends today. So what do you think of Season 5 so far? And do you have any theories on what will happen now God's arrived or ideas for Season 6? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Tap left to watch my next Lucifer video with everything you missed in Season 5, or tap right for another video you're sure to like. And if you enjoyed this, a thumbs up and a share are hugely appreciated. Thanks for watching and see you next time, yippee-ki-yay movie lovers!